Good morning. The 36th District Court in the state of Michigan is now in session with the Honorable Tenisha Yancey presiding. While court is in session, there will be no talking, sleeping, lying down, driving, no wearing of any hair garments unless it's for religious purposes only, no chewing of any gum or reading of any material, and you must be properly dressed when the judge asks you to turn on your cameras. Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Good morning to all of you on Zoom. Attorney Perkins, the date, or actually, this is for Mr. Bailey. Mr. Bailey, can you hear us?
Yes.
So the date on that ticket was May 24th, 2022. You were allegedly, in a 2005 silver Jeep on that day on Santa Clara and Vaughn in the city of Detroit. Loitering in a place of illegal occupation with intent to engage is how the ticket was written, and there are no further facts written on the ticket.
Okay.
Mr. Perkins, would you like to take him back into the breakout room, or are you satisfied? Are you guys ready to proceed?
Are you ready to proceed, Mr. Bailey?
Yes.
Okay, and you understand you're pleading to the loitering charge under 6 months, 771.1?
Yes.
Okay, we're ready, Your Honor.
Okay, one moment, please. Now calling the People versus Irvin Lee Bailey Jr., ticket number SP 135-21412. One count of loitering, ticket number SP 1413599. Count one, schedule zone 273. That's 16 to 20 miles over the posted speed in a school zone. Count three, note failure to display a valid operator's license not on person. Please state your appearance for the record.
Hello.
Mr.
No,
Perkins.
I didn't know if House Counsel was going to place his appearance, but nonetheless, good morning, Your Honor. Good morning to your staff. May it please this honorable court. My name is Todd Russell Perkins, P55623, appearing on behalf of Mr. Irvin Bailey Jr. this morning. Mr. Irvin Bailey, can you announce yourself?
Yes. Hello.
State your name for the record, sir.
Oh, Irvin Bailey Jr. Sorry, I didn't know.
Okay. Today is the date and time set for pretrial. Attorney Perkins?
Yes, Your Honor. Corporation Counsel made an offer to myself and my client in exchange for a plea of loitering to be taken under advisement for 6 months with the court imposing some fines and costs. He would dismiss the other matter, which involved, I believe, 2 other traffic-related violations. Is that your understanding, Mr. Bailey?
Yes,
Okay, and you understand that you would, with the loitering, that it's taken under advisement, so it's not entered as a conviction, and if you do everything the court says to do, that it will ultimately be dismissed?
yes,
Okay, and you understand by exchange of entering this plea that the other case, the other traffic-related matter that you have will be dismissed?
yes,
Okay, and you're giving up your right to have a trial in all three of these matters?
yes.
Okay, I turn them over to you, Your Honor, for the purposes of voir dire, if you like, and enter for the purposes of the plea.
Okay, and Mr. Bailey, will you raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you give today will be the truth and the entire truth?
Yes,
Okay, you could put your hand down. And just so I'm clear, just for the record, you did have an opportunity to talk to Attorney Perkins and he advised you of your rights?
yes,
You understood those rights?
yes,
Did anyone threaten you, force you, or promise you anything in exchange for a guilty plea?
no,
And are you pleading guilty on your own free will?
yes,
Are you pleading guilty because you actually are guilty?
yes,
Okay, turning your attention to, we went over this before off the record, but turning your attention to May 24th, 2022, were you in the area of Santa Clara and Vaughn in the city of Detroit?
yes,
And were you loitering in a place of illegal occupation with intent to engage?
yes,
Counselor, are you satisfied?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
The court is also satisfied and will enter a guilty plea on behalf of Mr. Bailey for loitering in a place of illegal occupation with intent to engage, placing him on a 6-month delayed sentence. As explained by Perkins, you will be on a 6-month delayed sentence, meaning that when you come back in 6 months, as long as you have no further tickets or police contact, the court will dismiss this one charge. The rest of the charges will be dismissed today without prejudice. I will also assess fines and fees in this matter of are you working, Mr. Bailey?
yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna assess fines and fees of $220. You have the entire 6 months to pay that as well. So I'll see you back here on December 14th, 2023. As long as your fines and fees are paid and you have no further tickets, this matter will be dismissed.
All right, thank you. And I have 6 months to pay it?
You have 6 months to pay it, so as long as it's paid by December 14th.
Okay,
Okay? And
okay.
that's you're free to go.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
You're
Your Honor.
welcome.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And
Thank
I'll
you.
follow up with those state representatives on that other issue.
Okay, and then we'll, I guess, once she sends the letter, will she let us know?
I think so.
She'll let us know. We'll reach out to you and let you know what's the status on their end.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
You too.
Mr. Brosman, are we ready to proceed on any particular matters? Any with the, do we have any with an officer?
Yes, I believe. Blevins was set for trial.
Okay.
Just already, okay, give us tell them maybe like 15 minutes. About 15 minutes. You're welcome.
One moment, Mrs. Brosman.
Brazel is set for trial as well.
Okay. Now calling the People versus Latanya Benita Blevins, ticket number P1212186. Nope. I'm sorry. Scratch that. Ticket number SP 1212166, count 1, allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, count 2, no insurance misdemeanor. Please state your appearance for the record, Counselor.
Good morning, Harry Bachman, P55052 for the defendant. Ma'am, Ms. Blevins, please announce your name for the court. You're on mute. You're on mute.
Unmute yourself, Ms. Blevins.
Latanya Benita Blevins.
Thank you.
You're
Yeah,
welcome.
this is the date and time for trial in the matter. There was an officer who appeared for the purpose of trial. The name escapes me, Judge, but my client was prepared to waive a right to a trial, and after an explanation of the circumstance, Mr. Goss, Corporation Counsel, has agreed to dismiss the instant cases against the defendant on my stipulation of probable cause, which I give to ratify the agreement here today. Thank you.
Thank you. So the court acknowledges that Officer Hale did in fact check into the courtroom this morning for this trial. However, due to the facts of the case and in the interest of justice, this matter will be dismissed without prejudice. And Ms. Blevins, you are free to go. Just make sure that you are aware. I don't know what the facts are, and I don't need you to tell me, but make sure that you're aware of who you're allowing to drive your car in the future.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, you're free to go, ma'am.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too. You tell me. Who was the other? Brazel, you said?
Yeah, Brazel, yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Yeah, I have this, but not. Yeah, so on the docket, there's a 7812, but this is what I have, 8977. 781, okay, 781. All right. Now calling the people versus the Gerald Phillip Christopher Brazel, ticket number P1394986, count 1, no proof of insurance, count 2, improper plates. Ticket number P1398977, count 1, driving unregistered untitled vehicle. Ticket number P1409781, count 1, violation of restricted license, count 2, insufficient or defective lights. Please state your appearance for the record, Counselor.
Good morning, Harry Bachman for the defendant. Sir, unmute your device. State your name for the record. Thank you, Your Honor. This is a case where the defendant has brought in compliance documents, and it was actually a photo of a repaired condition. And the prosecutor was able to review those, and we would stip to dismiss each of the instant cases against the defendant. I would give my stipulation of probable cause for the agreement and thank the court and the prosecutor.
Okay, and when he was here in April, he was also to take a driver responsibility course for the violation on the restricted license. Did he do that?
Mr. Brazel?
Yes, I did everything that was required.
I did not get that certificate, so can you send that to me and I can send it to part of the file?
Only thing they gave me was my license.
No, you should have got a certificate from the driving course.
When you were on April 9th, I think it was April 19th or the 17th, I could barely read my writing. You were here on April 19th or the 17th, and I wrote, you must take a driver responsibility class. Did you take the class?
Drivers. I went to Secretary of State. I took test. And I didn't get full. I don't know what kind of class it would be. I went to.
You know what?
Um,
So, Mr. Boffman, so for the violation of restricted license, what did he provide to you?
He provided me with a valid license. So based on the fact that he has a valid and current license,
It's valid and not restricted? It's no longer restricted?
I don't believe so. I believe on information and belief from talking to the defendant that you're no longer restricted your license. Is that correct?
Right. Yeah. They was restricted on probation, and I came to court. I had a 30-day restriction, and I went to Secretary of State during that time. They gave me my license, and I took another picture and got my license, and I'm back here again with insurance, registration, title,
okay,
license. I have everything.
Okay, one moment. Okay. All right, so the court verified that the license is valid and no longer restricted. I will not harp on the driver responsibility course, but Mr. Brazel, you should pay attention when a judge orders you to do something to make sure that you understand what you're doing and to complete those things that you're doing, because technically you did not complete based on our agreement on what you were going to do. You didn't do everything you were supposed to do. But considering that you do have your driver's license and you do have valid, proper insurance and registration, I will dismiss these without prejudice today. You are free to go.
Thank you kindly, Your Honor. Have a great day, Mr. Brazel.
Thank you. You too.
Mr. Buffman, just out of curiosity, did you speak to a Lakeisha Brown?
Yes.
No, she's not here. Okay.
She's misnamed. It's Latricia.
Not that one.
No, I did not speak to Lakeisha. No, I did not.
Okay. Go Judge Wagner.
All right, are we ready on the broom matter?
Yes, Your Honor.
Wagner. Oh, okay. At least they know I tried. Now calling the people versus Pete Corey Lee Broom II, ticket number SP 1434731, one count of illegal dumping. Please state your appearance for the record, Counselor.
Good morning, Your Honor. Harry Baughman for the defendant. Sir, please state your name for the record.
Yes, Pete Broom.
Judge,
Pete Corey Lee Broom.
Is there a reason your camera's off, Mr. Broom?
I thought I turned it on. 1 second.
There may be something wrong with your camera.
Yes, it said unable to access right now.
Okay, so today is the date and time set for pretrial. Mr. Boffin, what's your pleasure? Mr. Boffman, are you frozen? Oh, no, you're not. Mr. Boffman, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Today is the date and time set for pretrial in the room matter. How are we
Yes.
proceeding?
The defendant's been advised he's going to waive his right to any further hearings or trials. He's pleading guilty as charged, and the recommendation is for a 12-month delayed sentence, Your Honor. Ready to give a factual basis here.
Okay, is that your understanding of the plea, Mr. Broom?
Yes, Your Honor.
You had an opportunity to talk to Attorney Boffin in the breakout room. Did he advise you of your rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
Understand your rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did anyone threaten you, force you, or promise you anything in exchange for a guilty plea today?
No, Your Honor.
Are you pleading guilty on your own free will?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you pleading guilty because you actually are guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, raise your right hand and repeat after me.
Right hand
You're gonna say,
raised.
I swear, or you're gonna say, I affirm, but you're not gonna say both, right? So I swear or I affirm
I swear
that the testimony I give today will be the truth and the entire truth.
that the testimony I give the truth and the entire truth.
You can put your hand down. Turning your attention to March 15, 2023. Were you in the area of DeQuinder and Lawley in the city of Detroit?
Yes, Your Honor.
Were you driving a 2020 Black Ram?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you have trash or were you dumping or illegally dumping trash in that area, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and you did not have permission from the owner of the property to leave your trash there, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, that's correct.
Yes, I did not have permission.
Thank you. Satisfied, counselor?
I am satisfied, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. The court is also satisfied and will enter a guilty plea on behalf of Mr. Broom for illegal dumping. Mr. Broom,
Before
are
you
you working?
No, I'm not at the moment, Your Honor.
Were you
Before you
gonna say
pass
something?
sentence, I'm sorry to interrupt you. Forgive me. Before
Go
you
ahead.
pass sentence, I just want to let you know that Mr. Broom, at his own expense, has paid to alleviate the condition he created. He has provided full restitution in that regard.
Okay. Was that to the owner or he just went and remediated?
He went and remediated on his own.
Okay. Well, thank you for doing that, Mr. Broom. And because of that, I will assess fines and fees at a lower amount than what I would typically do in a case like this. And because, especially since you're not working, I'll assess a fine and fee of $190 in this case. You do have the 12 months to pay that $190. I will see you back here in 12 months. As long as you have no further tickets and no further contact with police, we will dismiss this case. That will be, let me see if I can see my June of 24. June 14th of 2024 is when you will return. It's gonna be completely up to you to find out if we're still on Zoom or if you have to come in person by June 14th. You should receive some type of notice though. So that's $190 by June 14th of next year. So you could literally pay $10 a week or $10 a month to have this paid, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
And then most of all, Mr. Broom, and although I know that you went and cleaned it up, but most of all, I think that the lesson in this is for you to take pride in the community in which you live in. I noticed that you actually live in Detroit. So why would you want to make Detroit, we have a bad reputation as is, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
People who don't live here, they don't know the great city that we live in. And so when they ride by and see trash dumped on the side of the road, they make these accusations about our city, and you're gonna make them, you're kind of proving them right. So make sure that this is a lesson to you, not only because of the cost that it's costing you and the fact that you're here in court today, but just taking pride in the community in which you live in. Okay, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
You have a good day.
You too.
Now calling the people versus Gary Cortez Bracy, ticket number P 142-6364. Count one, lewd and lascivious cohabitation and gross lewdness. Please state your appearance for the record, starting with the attorney.
Good morning, Harry Boffin for the defendant. Sir, Mr. Bracy, please state your full name for the record.
Jerry Cortez Bracy.
Judge, this matter is here for a pretrial. The defendant's been advised he is going to waive his right to any further hearings or trials, as well as those rights attendant to that hearing or trial. He's going to plead guilty. There's a recommendation here that the charge would be reduced to disorderly conduct, and the recommendation is for a 12-month delayed sentence. He's been advised as to the meaning of that, and he wishes to give a factual basis here and now. Thank you.
So okay, I'm gonna start with, I believe I'm gonna have you make the factual basis,
Understood.
Miss.
Sure.
I can do the date and time, and then you can do the factual basis based on the disorderly.
Mhm.
But Mr. Bracy, you had an opportunity to talk to Mr. Boffman in the breakout room. Did he advise you of your rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand your rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did anyone threaten you, force you, or promise you anything in exchange for a guilty plea today?
No, Your Honor.
Are you pleading guilty on your own free will?
Yes, Your Honor.
And are you pleading guilty because you actually are guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you give today will be the truth and the entire truth?
Yes, I affirm the truth, Your Honor.
Okay, you can put your hands down, turning your attention to March 21st, 2023. Were you in a 2020 gray Ford vehicle?
Yes, Your Honor.
Were you in the area of Foley Street and Myers in the city of Detroit?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counselor?
So you will admit that on that date and time you were in the city of Detroit, correct?
Yes, Your Honor. And yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. And that on that date and on that time at that location, your conduct was lewd and lascivious.
Yes,
Do you
sir.
agree?
Yes, sir.
And in that regard, that conduct disrupted the good peace and order of the neighborhood where you were that day. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
I'm satisfied with the factual basis, John.
The court is also satisfied. Thank you, Mr. Boffman. The court is also satisfied and will enter a guilty plea for disorderly conduct, placing Mr. Bracy on a 12-month delayed sentence. Mr. Bracy, that means that if you can stay out of trouble, not get any further tickets or have any police contact in the next 12 months, you'll come back and this case will be dismissed. I am going to assess fines and fees in this. Are you working, Mr. Bracy?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so I work
at Applebee's.
Okay, so you have an entire year to pay your fines and fees,
Yes.
but I am going to assess fines and fees of $220 in this matter. And then I'll see you back here on June 14th of 2024. It's up to you to find out at that point whether or not we're on Zoom, if you could come back on the Zoom, or if you need to come in person by then. I'm not sure what we will be doing at that time, but it will be up to you to find out if it's in person or on Zoom.
Yes, yes, Your Honor.
So that's June 14th, 2024. Mark your calendar at 8:30 a.m. I'll see you then. Make sure that $220 is paid.
I was, Your Honor, if I paid it off early, is there any way I could see you sooner?
If you know what I would want you to answer this question. I'm trying very hard not to put a lot on because we're on YouTube. Was this a person that you were involved, like that you know that you're involved with on a regular basis?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so I will entertain a 6 month. Have you do it in 6 months? If you can
Thank
pay
you.
it by in the next 6 months, I'll entertain early dismissal. In what month would that be? That would be December 14th, 2023. You could come back then.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
And I apologize to my city too.
Thank you. Thank you. Just there are better ways, right, to accomplish your goals.
Yes, Your Honor.
Good luck to you though.
Okay, thank you.
Secure.
December 14th.
December 14th at 8:30 a.m.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
You have a good day.
All right.
Now calling the people versus LaShawn Richardson Beverly, ticket number V129-37722. Harboring an unlicensed dog, female, brown and white, 1-year-old. Ticket number V129-37822. One count of failure to provide a leash and or responsible person for a dog off the owner's property. Ticket number V129-379. One count of failure to prevent an animal from engaging in nuisance or menacing or dangerous behavior. Please state your appearance for the record, counselor.
My name is LaShawn Richardson Beverly.
Thank you, ma'am. Harry Baughman for the defendant. Judge, the defendant's going to waive rights to any further hearings on this matter. There's been a plea recommendation that if she pled guilty to the count ending in 822, dog at large, that the other 2 counts would be dismissed here. She's going to give a factual basis to that count, and I would stipulate to probable cause for the matters being dismissed. Thank the court and the prosecutor.
Mr. Bachman, was this matter set for trial today?
One moment.
You sure you did?
It was.
Okay. So, Officer Burns has not checked in. Do you have a different?
I do. Move to dismiss without prejudice. Thank you, Your Honor, for your attention to the detail.
Thank you to Madam Clerk.
Thank you, Madam Clerk.
Welcome. So the court has verified that Officer Burns has not checked into the courtroom either virtually or in person. This matter was set for trial at 8:35 a.m. It is now 10:51 a.m. Therefore, these matters will be dismissed without prejudice. Ms. Richardson Beverly, you can obviously consider yourself lucky, but make sure that you take these alleged tickets and correct the behaviors if need be.
Yes, ma'am.
The correct,
I have
the
got the dog
behaviors of the,
license.
oh, you have? Good,
Yes.
good. And a leash.
Yes,
What kind of dog is it?
pit bull.
Oh, yeah. Make sure, yeah, that
I
could
was
be,
I was
pretty.
going in the front door with my groceries and she ran out. But
Oh.
I have put a gate up so she can't try that,
Get the foyer. Okay.
Yes,
Good for you. Thank you for being responsible, being a responsible dog owner.
thank you.
You are free to go.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
You too. Anybody? Now calling the People versus Latricia Denise Brown, ticket number P1427227, count 1 disregarding red flasher or arrow, count 2 insufficient or defective lights. Also ticket number P1427230, 1 count of no insurance misdemeanor. Please state your appearance for the record, Counselor.
Good morning, Harry Bachman for the defendant. Ms. Brown, please press *6 on your device so that it will unmute and state your name for the record.
My name is Latricia Denise Brown.
Thank you and good morning, Judge. The defendant's waiving rights and she's pleading to the improper plate.
Was this matter set for trial?
Oh. If it was, Your Honor, and there's no officer, I make a motion to dismiss without prejudice.
Let me double check.
Set for trial.
It was set for trial, and I think that
The help has not checked in.
move for dismissal.
Okay, Ms. Brown?
Yes, Honor.
So it really does worry me that you're not only driving without insurance, but that allegedly driving without insurance, but that you're disregarding red lights as well. So I need you to drive more cautiously, first and foremost, because we don't want anyone getting hurt or injured or dying, right? At your hands. And then 2, you definitely have to have insurance in case you do hurt or injure someone, okay? So I'm not asking you to admit any responsibility in this matter. I'm just saying that these facts are true, that I need you to correct this immediately before you hurt someone. However,
I will apologize.
Officer.
Go ahead.
However, Officer Hope has not checked into the courtroom either virtually or in person. This matter was set for trial at 8:35 a.m. It is now 10:55 a.m. Therefore, this matter will be dismissed without prejudice.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. You're free to go, Ms. Brown.
Thank you, Your Honor. You have a blessed day.
You too. Thank you. Oh. Mr. Bachman, does that conclude our matters for today?
That's everybody, Your Honor. Thank you again for your attention to the details.
Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Clerk.
You're welcome.
Mr. Gosh, it's always a pleasure to work with you, sir.
Likewise.
All right. I'm back for the 1:30. See you then.
Oh, what's today?